Cavalry just announced version 2.6 build 4. Today I'm going to be doing a live reaction and stress testing some of these new features in real time. We're going to be getting a new pivot tool and some updates to auto animate. Quick heads up though, these are still in beta, which means that the team is actively bug testing and looking for your feedback. To try them out, you will need a pro account, and everything you're about to see is subject to change. I'll also show you a few ways you can already recreate some of these using the tools that are available in Cavalry right now. Plus, these are some scripts that I've actually built that are free to use. So let's go. I'm most excited about motion paths, hence my little squeal before. I've been building some assets for myself and made this funny little cursor that I've been trying out. So I move this forwards. So this is already looking a bit different. I guess these are like visualizing the keyframes. Now, I'm just going to guess because I haven't properly read. Oh, okay. That's doing something. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so what I did, I held down Option on this option and then I dragged it out, which kind of creates this like motion path. What's interesting though is there seems to be sort of like an ease to this because this is linear. So it seems to be adding some kind of like easing. Shout out to Sam. He built this script which does your easing for you for your speed and your value graph. So I want to try and add some easing to it. Okay, that removes what I've done. Hey, that easing's nice. Let's see if I can like carve out the path. Oh. How? I'm confused. Alright, I think maybe I'll simplify things down because using this cursor and trying to see what I'm doing is a little bit tricky. I will get rid of this. And this one, I'm going to add a motion path. And as you can see, I'm just doing that Alt and click. It's kind of strange because it does like, I feel like it's adding like an ease even though that is linear. Anyway, okay. Just going to add a very generic graph to both of these. Cool. Let's see when I start carving out. Now, when I start carving out the path, it doesn't seem to work as I would like it to. I think maybe because there's already easing on it. Okay, I need to refer to the video they sent because I don't know how to use this. Okay, when in doubt, go to the Discord, the Cavalry Discord, because they have answered all of my questions and Ian has uploaded this wonderful video to really show how to use the motion paths because I don't really understand and I don't think I'm clicking the right buttons.
Go down to the viewport settings here, just make sure motion paths is turned on and show frames is turned on.
Motion paths. Frames is turned on. I have completed step 1.
Alt click in the viewport to drag out.
That's what I did.
Bezier handles from the keyframes in the viewport to animate from here. And
I'm gonna alt click like you said. Maybe. Okay. This seems to work a lot nicer. I'm gonna do that in the future. Alt clicking and dragging sometimes seems a little bit buggy, so a good alt click seems to do the job.
Is we can hold down the command and shift key and then we can grab one of these handles and then free move that. You can see that the shape of the path isn't changing, but the spacing of those frame markers is changing. So
I'm going to try this command and shift business. Let's give it a go. I believe in myself, I can do this. Okay, command shift. Wait, what? Oh, okay. You need to drag this handle, which I did not do. I never done one of these videos before, so you're very silly. Alright, okay, cool. So as I drag it back towards here, it would be smoother and slower here and then sharper at the end. Because you can see, like Ian said, the little indicators of the keyframes are getting spaced out more. So it's like faster. That's cool. So it's just a matter of getting used to that sort of visualization. I really like that we get to try this though. Okay, we're going to test this again where I apply some easing to both of them. Just a very simple graph here. Very generic, but I just want to see, like, now that I have that applied, can I just alt click that? Alt click that. Okay. It doesn't seem to really like respond to that unless I like alt click and start again. And then I carve it out from linear to something, which is a little bit disappointing in a way, because I do just want to be able to use my own graph editor like this. So hopefully in the future we can have existing graph like set and then be able to adjust the motion paths. But right now it seems like you just need to like have it linear, and then you can do the easing within the viewport. I am happy that we have it. I think it's just, you know, it's in beta, they're still ironing it out, and I'm excited for where this will go. I know that this is no easy task and it would have been really difficult for them to implement. I think with some future playtesting and using it in my projects, I think I'll get a better understanding, and I'm sure you guys will too. I want to show you a way that I do motion paths though without this. I've got normal Cavalry open up. I'm not in the beta anymore. So I have my shape. I'm going to animate it from point A to point B. What I like to do, just get my key movements in, the easing correct, like so. I then like to set a color on those keyframes, just so I know that this is the start and end point of this object that I'm animating. And then it's coming into the middle. I just grab that shape and then just drag it and start carving out that path. I don't really use magic easing, but if you have this turned on, it's not going to work. You have to have nothing set, and you have to have your own values in the graph editor. But yeah, just like creating that shape that I want in the path. It's as simple as grabbing it and dragging it out. So yeah, that's a nice little tip for you in the meantime before the beta version becomes the real version. And we're in the beta version. I have a box rigged up. I've got some edges and pins to it. It's just a little design asset I have for myself. I can see up here that we have a new pivot tool. I'm gonna click on that. Okay, so, ooh, it's changing the position of the pivot and it's not moving. That's cool. I love that. Because right now we don't have any controls like this like natively built into Cavalry. So if you wanted to adjust the pivot, then you have to do the maths and sort of adjust the position. It's just really helpful to not have to do that. And then I can, you know, rotate it from that pivot point, scale it, like do whatever I want. Like that's freaking cool. I love that. If you want to as well, I think you hold Alt and click, and yeah. So it'll adjust the pivot, but it won't adjust the positioning for you. It's nice that they have that option. I will never use it. Okay, I'm going to show you in the normal build how you can do this sort of pivot tool using the tools that are already in Cavalry with some help from some scripts that I've actually whipped up. Shout out to Quiver, of course. It's all I talk about. canvacreative.team/motion. You will find a bunch of open source tools for Cavalry making great motion design. If you download this, you'll come to the GitHub. This might look a little bit overwhelming, but don't worry. Just scroll down, check out this brand new animation. Courtesy of me. Click download, take you to the latest release page. You can just download the assets as you need them. Assuming you've now installed Quiver, or you already have it installed, if you come over to the plugin, there's a few tools here. We're going to come to the second one. This is called Dynamic Align. But the thing is with Align right now in Cavalry is that if I apply it to the shape and then I start adjusting these values, it's going to move. So that's why I built this script. This creates a Dynamic Align tool. So now as I'm dragging this, it's not moving, which is so good. So you can grab this and drag it out. How good. I've got these set up with 3 words in a group, and I'm going to apply auto animate. I'm going to get this beautiful animation. I wish they would change this. Sorry, it's not my vibe, but that's okay. Every time it comes on, I get to update it to make it into something nicer. So I'm going to go back into precise controls. I'm going to get rid of all of this. we're going to timing. See that there is a offset animation thing. I've never seen this before. When by in frame is selected, animation starts at layers in point. When out frame is selected, animation ends at the layers out point. So if I start dragging these, does it do that? Oh, that's cool. So you can like manually just like adjust these. I have a feeling that this is in the current build, and I have no idea that it was in the current build because they haven't called that out, the in one, as a new feature. I had no idea. This is so cool. And like, it was always there. God, that would have saved a lot of time. You learn new things every day with Cavalry. That's what makes it so exciting. If I go into offset animation, out frame, that's cool. So the animation ends right on the endpoint of that layer. That's really, really nice. You could have 2 auto animates in this group, and then you could just literally drag out where everything comes in and out. Like, that's really, really nice to automate things and set up templates, and you know what, like, that's pretty cool. All right, so that sums up this video. Cavalry team has been doing so much. It's actually insane compared to other applications that you might be using. Do I say the word? After Effects. I don't want to be talking about After Effects on this channel. I'm really going to be using this for Cavalry and new tutorials, especially beginners. Step from After Effects into Cavalry. I think it is so rewarding, and we can learn to use Cavalry together. Again, like I was saying before, canvacreative.team/motion. You can find all of these amazing tools that we've built. Have fun. I will see you in the next one.